Hey, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your source for Second Amendment news. Got a pretty cool flashlight, another flashlight from ThruNite that they sent to the channel for review. And let's do a quick box opening, and then I'll feed in some actual footage of using this light because I think you might like this. The last ThruNite I did, it'll be floating up here, the other video, that was more of a thrower, where this is the TC20. This is more of a flooding type light. So let's open it up and see what we got. Okay, you can see the light right off the top here. Let's put that aside real quick. What else we got? So we got some literature. Honestly, nobody ever reads that. So let's put that aside. We have a lanyard. A nylon or Cordura carry case with a plastic D-ring on the back and a belt loop, so if you want to throw that on your belt. A charging cable and some silica gel. They always say do not eat. Like, who was that guy who ate this stuff that they had to put that on there? Okay, so here's the light itself. We'll go over the measurements and all the specs in a second. I'll give you a quick close-up here if I can get it to zoom. There you go. You can see it's smaller than my palm if you just want to do a rough estimate. You can see it has some checkered knurling on it for a grip. Has a side switch. Has a rechargeable port here if I can get it to open on camera. And you can see it's a micro USB. And that's pretty much all there is to the outside of it. It does have the spot for the lanyard if you choose. Let's go into the specs. So this is a 3800 lumen maximum power flashlight, and this will throw the beam 320 meters. Okay, and you can see it's bright. Now remember, in this studio set here that I got some LED lights above us, and the camera is going to automatically adjust for light. It's a 4K camera, so this isn't going to be a true representation. But after you go over the specs, I'll throw in some footage from outside. Now this is 100% rechargeable. Okay, they include the battery in here. It is a 26650 battery. It's a 5000 milliamp battery. It's one of their own, branded by their own, 3.7 volt, you can see. So if you have one of these laying around, you already have a spare battery. Okay, a lot of people like to look at the reflector. You can see the reflector is an orange peel reflector, and that contains the Cree XHP70, which is a second generation LED, and the lifespan on this is 20 plus years of runtime. So if you're familiar with ThruNite, the operation is the same, but if you're not, we'll show you real quick. Okay, we'll turn it on. Double tap is turbo, that's the 3800 lumens, and that'll go for 130 minutes on a new charge. If you just press and hold, it'll cycle through. You see you have low, medium, and high. Low is 38 lumens, and it'll run for 46 hours. Medium is 320 lumens, 10.2 hours, and high is 1800 lumens, 145 minutes. Again, these are all new fresh charges. And then if you press and hold, you'll get Firefly. You can barely see it there. That is 1/2 of a lumen, and it'll run for 37 days. When I first started testing out flashlights and adding to my addiction of flashlights, I always wondered about that half lumen. But if you're out at night camping or whatever, or trying not to wake up everybody else around you, that is plenty to navigate with. Then it also has the strobe. And that's a 2280 lumen strobe, and we'll do that constantly for 180 minutes. Now if you're into the candela scale, the max intensity of the beam is 25,580. The max beam distance, like I said already, is 320 meters. This is impact resistant for a drop of 1.5 meters. It's also waterproof to IPX8, which is 2 meters. It weighs 148 grams without the battery. The dimensions on this thing, it's 119 millimeters in length. It's 42 millimeters in diameter for the head, and the tail cap is 33.5 millimeter in diameter for the back here. Not too bad. A cool little light, an option for something that's very small, not too bulky, but gives you quite a bit of power. Now this also has a memory function. It'll turn on to the last mode that you accessed, except for the Firefly, turbo, and strobe, because those are, multiple clicks to get to it. Like I said, it'll recharge by USB port at 2 amps. During the charging, this indicator, if you're not familiar with ThruNite, let's get it to zoom here. This indicator, when it's charging, will turn red right in the middle. There's a little LED. After fully charged, it'll flash purple. And while it's charging, Firefly, low, and medium modes are available, not any of the high power ones. Nice little design here by ThruNite. All aluminum construction, has some heat sinks built right in so that it doesn't get too hot too fast. It's a nice little light. They make some good stuff. I've been thoroughly impressed with the lights that they've sent to the channel so far, and each and every one of them has been put into duty use. They're either in my duty bag or in my cruiser, on my person. I just have like an affliction for lights. I have one everywhere, and you can never have enough good ones, in my opinion. So let's throw in some footage here of nighttime, and you can see how it actually looks out and about. All right, everybody, we're outside in my backyard here. I'm going to show you some real-life usage of the ThruNite TC20. So we'll start it out. It's going to, remember, it has that memory mode, so it should go back to high. Okay, and you can see that shed is about 60 yards from where I'm standing. So we'll go down to low. You can see it still lights it up. You can still see it. Medium. Okay. And back to high. There you go, back to high. Lights it up really, really good. Now double click from anywhere goes to turbo, and that thing is super, super bright. And the strobe, sorry ahead of time if you have epilepsy. Now Firefly, you're not going to see it distance-wise, but I have a banister right in front of me, and you can see it is plenty enough to navigate through the night. You know, if you're trying to keep a small profile or not wake up folks around you. Okay, and anywhere, a quick double tap from anywhere gets it to high. One single tap on brings it to your last used mode, whether it was high, medium, or low. It's just a really, really good light. I mean, this is going right in the duty bag. I mean, it floods the area really, really well. As you can see, contrast to the last ThruNite that we showed you. That was more of a thrower, where this is going to flood the area. You get a lot of ambient light to the side of your hotspot. So there you go. That's the ThruNite TC20. You want one of these, a link is in the description. Pick you up one. They're $89.95 through ThruNite. Can't really go wrong with this purchase. It's going to last you forever, 20 plus years on the LED. Their warranty is top notch. I have no complaints. You know, maybe if it had a tail cap switch ThruNite, if you're listening. You know, those of us who use these on duty prefer, you know, at least an option for a tail switch would be nice. There's plenty of room right there. Look at that, right there. All right, let me know what you think. If you have one of these, let me know how that works for you. And until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon, and always have at least one good light with you. Take care, everybody.